Hello GP headers, Jeff Dudkowski here with the header mock-ups for my 1973 TVR 2500M. The headers are custom, just like pretty much damn near everything else on the chassis at this point. So let's take a walk around. So driver's side first. Primaries are going to be 1 3/4. There's where the collector's going to finish. We've got I believe pretty good clearances all the way around. Most challenging area really is going to be at the back here at cylinder 7, and it's going to be the same thing on number 8 on the passenger side. Things are really tight, just given the chassis clearances we've got. You will see it in the pictures, but I actually shortened this stub a little bit in order to get the required clearances. You're going to see in the pictures where it looks like this is really close, in fact maybe even resting on this part of the chassis at this point. I think that's okay. What's probably going to happen is I need you guys to do your best and make this as tight as possible coming out of here. If I need to notch that part of the chassis, that's not really a problem. It's not structural. That's really just the foot box. The outer part of it's going to be aluminum paneled to protect the inside of the car from the outside. But that's really the probably the most notable thing on this side of the headers. You'll see how this stub actually is angled a little bit. I'm trying to get as much clearance as possible, and this is probably slightly more than a 90-degree bend coming out of there. Primarily that was done basically to clear this part of the chassis tube right here. I think we're pretty good given the fact that we've got a little bit of extra girth on the mock-up here with that 90-degree bend right there. So we should be pretty okay. Moving on, we've got some pretty good clearances here as the headers come over the D tube for the steering. Trying to think, but there's a view of how we've got everything laid out. I made a small design error. I actually thought I was going to have to shorten these two center stubs as well. So I cut them out, cut them short, had a fill in your expletive moment, and basically cobbled something back together that was going to work and give me the stubs in the right length to get the tubes where I needed them to be. Nothing real surprising there. Pretty good clearances coming out, like I said. In the static pictures, you can see where I gave you an overall length measurement with the tape measure, and I also gave an angle measurement right here just to show what angle the collector was sitting at. The engine is set pretty much level from side to side. There's a bit of a rake from front to back, as we usually have setting an engine in a chassis. And I think that's it for the driver's side. Part 2 will be the passenger side.